that here against the Spaniard. Where do his real strengths lie, Bautista or good loose?
He moves incredibly well around the court, likes to get his forehand into play, create opportunities. He does a good job of absorbing the pace that's sent at him. Doesn't necessarily generate a lot of pace himself, but he can put the ball in some awkward positions on the court. Doesn't give too much away.
15 on.
A couple of semi-finals this year for him, one in Chennai at the start of the year and also in Munich and in Marseille. All those events 250s in the lowest tier of the tour. Testing out those legs nice and early is Djokovic. Bautista all good, getting the run around.
30-15.
Have to do a lot of running today.
Has improved his ranking at year-end ranking 7 of the past 8 years. It has been a very steady rise up into the world's top 30.
He's rock solid at the net, Djokovic. He's looked good so far in this tournament when he's come forward. It's hard to get the ball past him.
Oh, wonderful lob. Djokovic had committed himself, was right on top of the net, so the shot was open, but Bautista all good, played it nicely.
Smart just to put it up over the top here, in a way that Djokovic was really closing the net down. He didn't really have too many options, did he?
Again, Djokovic.
We'll talk about how much the serve has improved. Mats was alluding to it earlier on. It really has. This year his service games won have increased again this year as a percentage.
It just makes him so tough to beat, doesn't it? Because we know how good a returner he is. Looking to try and improve his game, Djokovic.
How about Bautista Agut to serve?
Trying to make his 26th straight major quarter-final. Dates back all the way to Roland Garros in 2009.
15 long.
Djokovic's point of view. Spreading the court beautifully.
15 long.
The Spaniard right outside the tram lines, but just leaves so much open court for Djokovic to hit into.
30-15.
Djokovic making some adjustments, trying to get away from the buzz and the vibe in the city, but this year wanting to be a part of it.
Game, Bautista Agut.
He's not won here since 2011. Looking for answers as to perhaps to why.
1 game per set.
Couple of thunderbolts really from the back of the court from the Spaniard.
Lovely.
We knew that he's got to look to take his chances. That's exactly what he did there. That's that one right.
How good does it have to be to get the ball past Novak Djokovic? Well, that is your first example.
Just phenomenal movement here from Djokovic. Needed to perhaps volley that one rather than let it bounce. Just couldn't quite control the ball.
Able to turn defence into attack so easily, isn't he, with his movement?
30-15.
Just such a tough guy to outmaneuver on a tennis court. It's impossible to get into a defensive position at times. You can see the damages done to the shoes that already.
It's like to slide, doesn't he? Be a fair few long rallies in this match. To use every part of the court that they can.
Again, Djokovic.
Good start made by both here. And the world number one edges in front.
Djokovic leads 1,
2-1.
2-1. Set speaker, please. Thank you. Time
So fourth round action here.
Find the seats quickly and back to the court, please.
Novak Djokovic has made
Yes, thank
10
you.
straight finals coming into this event. Jaw-dropping consistency.
Thank you.
The best player in the world by some distance. Certainly as far as the ranking points go as well. Likely to be caught before the end of the year. He tends to play well in the second half, towards that autumn as well spell. Whilst playing indoors, of course. Asia's been very kind to him as well, especially China. She enjoyed the conditions over there.
Love 13. Fifteen, 13.
Just pressing again, not letting Bautista or Agut settle at all.
15, 14.
Taking up such a strong court position. First chances to break here.
Mr. Djokovic is on the court at the left center line and the ball's called in. Stands 30, 40.
That's nicely done. Had to make a fair bit of room for the shot, but did it well.
Deuce. Mr.
He's got good
Djokovic
footwork.
has 2 challenges remaining.
Big steps there to create that space.
These forehands that leads with the elbow, doesn't he? Bautista or Agut as well. The elbow that takes the swing back off the forehand side.
Advantage, Djokovic.
Well, they got a massive slice of luck, but boy did he need it. Because again, Djokovic's defence was quite breathtaking.
It really was. It just couldn't find any room at all. And it was just about the only way that he was going to be able to win the point. Anticipation from Djokovic is quite extraordinary. Reads the game so early.
Left. First service.
just thought he'd done enough, didn't he? And I think he didn't think it was going down the line because he just left that side open.
Wasn't too much on the ball that Djokovic just put back in play. It's still good having to find something extra.
Just someone in the crowd, or there was a young child. They're just disturbing Djokovic's rhythm. Father himself, of course, Stefan, born 11 months or so ago now. He's here with him this week. Very open as well about how that's changed his life in a positive manner, and
Bautista Agut.
calming him down as well, giving him a perspective on life, as it would.
Game.
It's a good hole from Bautista Agut. Staying with Djokovic early here, only just.
2 games all.
Work hard though.
First set.
But just a couple of uncharacteristic loose errors from him.
Long.
There's the roof structure, of course.
It's just a huge stadium.
Wonderful footwork again. It's
just those extra shuffle steps to really get round and hit through that forehand so he can ball to shoot off and through the court.
Problem though, isn't it? I mean, you can just see already how this match is panning out. Bautista Agut at the moment is playing at a level that is above him at times. He's hitting the ball harder, he's hitting the ball with more aggression than he's used to. He's doing it for 4 games and he's level. Now he's got to do it for another 2.5 hours.
That's the issue, isn't it? And that's where, well, why Djokovic is so good. He's got the record that he's got. It just forces you, his opponents, to have to max out.
Given a test by Seppi in the previous round was Djokovic. Good test, especially in the 3rd set.
Again, Djokovic.
Caught the line.
Djokovic leads one.
Djokovic up 3-2 on serve. Well, they're not shy at this event. They call it the greatest show on earth these 2 weeks. I'm not afraid
Time.
pick themselves up, if you like, in the Big Apple.
Sit quickly, please. Thank you.
Certainly making some big improvements to the grounds, much needed as well. Fallen behind at the Billie Jean King National Tennis Centre, but playing catch up. As is Bautista, all good here, 2-3. Really coming that tight to the net, had he? So the lob was
15.
the least of the viable options.
Let first service. Let first service. Mr. Djokovic is on the ball at the right foul line. The ball is called in.
It was a slightly mistimed forehand from Bautista, all good.
Clipped a bit of the line.
Yeah. Djokovic was quite happy to play the shot first.
15.
Good eyesight. Tucked up a little too close there, the backhand.
30-15.
An apology, the ball just again slightly shanked the forehand side, got a little more kick than Djokovic had thought. Again, Bautista all good, showing us the pace he has off that forehand wing.
40-15.
His consistency as well. He's doing a good job of putting balls back into play. Hear the trainer called, unless Bautista all good has asked for it, possibly has. Either that or Carlos is ordering a pizza. Guess that's probably not happening.
I've seen Carlos eat. Just long.
Game, Bautista good.
And Bautista all good. Did really well to get the pace off this ball just to draw the error.
That was key, wasn't it? And good racket preparation so they could really accelerate it.
A beautiful shot that is.
It's a good one.
Chrysler Building on the left-hand side. Downtown Manhattan, the sun setting. Almost set. Stunning.
$15 long.
Oh, he's come out swinging from the hips. Having a real go. Unfortunate, as Luce was saying in the previous round, with Goffin's retirement, was down 2-1.
Mr. Bautista was on the call at the left.
I think it was corrected, wasn't it, by the linesman or woman? So it's the Spaniard that's...
Constance will play the point, 15-all.
I thought that error was drawn a little bit by how well Bautista Agut's defended in this opening half an hour, didn't you? Djokovic just feeling like he's got to do a touch more.
I agree. I mean, there are 9 unforced errors. Just 3 from the Spaniard. Good job so far. He's got a slight opportunity here.
He's going toe-to-toe with Djokovic in the early stages, and he is really showing us what he's all about.
It's a great forehand, isn't it? Exceptional footwork. He makes so much room, so he's got an option where he's going to go with the forehand. It's tough for Djokovic to be able to read it.
Throwing the kitchen sink at him right now. He's got a chance to break the serve. Doesn't last very long.
Advantage, Djokovic.
Quickly snatched away.
Again, Djokovic.
Just a little long.
New ball.
Djokovic
split.
is being given a fairly stern examination in these opening 7 games.
Djokovic leads by 4 games to 3.
The world number 1 has a slender lead.
He's got a chance. He is able to add a little bit more pace. Particularly off that side. Djokovic forced to have to come up with his very best. Had a trouble there in that last service game.
Time. Sit quickly, please. Thank you.
Three, 4.
Fifteen off.
Just wondering if that roof will have a sponsor's logo attached to it next year. Wouldn't be a surprise, would it? The certain roof is closing. These things that are in this part of the world.
Excellent return from Djokovic.
A little too far behind the baseline.
I was going to say he's getting nudged back. Djokovic just pushing his way forward.
Please take your seats. Please, already. Thank you. Any seat from now. Thank you.
Just a little too heavy-handed. And Djokovic had all day long to line up the pass.
15, Porter.
Just wasn't quite enough on that approach shot. Djokovic able to just get the ball to dip down below the level of the net.
Staggering from Novak Djokovic. How on earth does he do it? The world number 1, proving exactly why he's in that position.
This is ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, this
Djokovic
is such a
leads
good
one.
pickup.
5
Spaniard
games to
really
3.
did keep the ball low. Djokovic, how he picked this up. Still able, when he gets there, to control the racket face. That reaction.
Well, he's like an origami man, isn't he? Extraordinary flexibility. Serving for the set. think Bautista can play much better than this, can he?
No,
Low
he
15.
can't.
Fifteen all.
Again, a full throttle return of serve, and no wonder Djokovic looks like that.
13.
He's been asked some stern questions again.
It's a very good return, and I thought perhaps Bautista Agut was asking for trouble when it looked to play the drop shot. The way Djokovic is moving, it's just good enough.
25 winners between the pair in this match already. Very clean set.
30 all.
Forehand really is working well.
30, 14.
I think I've ever seen him hit the forehand quite this well. Not with this much intent to it.
Good job of being able to take it on, go up the line. Djokovic on the stretch.
Thank you.
It's really good stuff from Bautista Agut.
Let for service.
And the idea was good though, wasn't it? Sensible change up. Now he's shown his hand though, so where does he go with this first serve again?
Mr. Bautista Agut on the call at the right near line. The ball is called in.
So Djokovic thought it might have been out.
Bautista Agut shot.
10 seconds.
Now, you've got to say it's thoroughly absorbing tennis, isn't it? And Djokovic's smile again. I don't speak Serbian, but he's probably saying, I haven't seen this guy play this well before. tell you what, if you're a young junior and you're watching this right now and you want to know how good you've got to be at tennis to make it, some of the tennis on offer in this opening set has been absolutely incredible.
It really has, and there such good consistency from both players, moving the ball around.
So hard to really get a feel the intensity of which they're hitting the ball at as well. I mean, it's coming out both at pace. Quite brilliant. Tennis doesn't get much better than this. Novak Djokovic takes the opening set 6-3. Quite brilliant play from both.
They have departed, and Nick Brown and Chris Bowers have arrived.
Time.
Delighted to be with you. As Nick Lester was saying, there was some very high quality tennis at the end of that first set.
Sit quickly, please. Thank you.
Still one more match to come after this. Women's fourth round match. Kristina Mladenovic against Ekaterina Makarova. Set number 2. Bautista to serve.
Long.
That's coaching, isn't it? Looks up at his box, says to them, "What do you reckon?" Well, I understand that he doesn't see it cleanly. It's at the far end. You'll have an idea off his racket whether it's likely to be close, but if it looks wrong, challenge. If it doesn't, let it go.
Problem is, all the players are doing the same thing, aren't they?
Yeah, I know.
They look to the box first, and then they'll go
but
and
then
ask.
there's a rule that you're not supposed to be coached. If they look up to the box, there'll be a signal, won't there? Sorry to get cantankerous at the start of the second set. But
Yeah, but we know that all coaches coach on the side of the court.
Yeah.
You know, with different things they do.
So
it's just very few times you get caught doing it.
Yes. So you're private to get caught, is that what you're saying?
Thirty 15. To 15. Game Bautista Agut. First game, second set.
Oh, is he calling for something? My Spanish isn't good enough to know what he would... Djokovic, love 1, second set.
Long. Goes to love.
Well, we've talked a lot, haven't we? The last couple of years, I know, but Djokovic's serve has just got better and better with time, and he's got such beautiful rhythm. being able to repeat time and time again the same thing.
Ball to long.
That's the one the Spanish really struggles on, that high kicking second serve to the backhand side. He hits his backhand quite flat, the ball gets up, particularly on these kind of courts. Struggles to get over the top of that one.
Again, Djokovic.
Djokovic holds to love. Mentioned about his serve.
One game,
I mean,
second.
it is a beautiful serve. Remember, at various stages of his career, he's just tried to put a bit of extra into it. And at one stage, he was working with Todd Martin, who was trying to do stuff, and he lost the rhythm completely. One of the most remarkable tournaments he won was in, I think it was Dubai, one year, which he won it despite virtually being unable to hold his serve. He held his serve just often enough, but he broke so often. He was that good a player. But he has had problems with the serve over the years, and when he lost that final in Cincinnati to Federer, he was suggesting that he might need to work a little bit on the second serve.
Well, I mean, the thing is, when he first arrived on the tour at the age of 17, 18, you know, he had a bit of a bowl. His natural throwing action is not, as you would expect, a strong throw. It's a bit of a bowling action. That's exactly how his serve was, but has just developed from that and got better and better, as is his smash, because smash and the serve go hand in hand together.
His volley's definitely got better over the last couple of years. Yet the smash is the one shot that I feel is a weakness of his. I think wily players, they know that on a big point, if Djokovic is at the net, lob him. He doesn't always put the smash away, and occasionally misses it. Bautista in trouble here. Such an effective serve from the Spaniard.
Yes, he's not the biggest server on tour, as we know, and especially with that action, because his shots are quite parallel when he's actually throwing the racket at the ball. But he's pretty accurate.
For a guy who's grown up on clay, he hits remarkably flat.
He does. Well, his forehand take back actually reminds me a little bit about Ivan Lendl, because it's like elbow led, and so therefore that promotes a bit of a flatter swing.
Break points, Djokovic.
Again, Djokovic.
It's an interesting move forward. He's got to do something different. But Djokovic landing the ball beautifully at Bautista's feet. There is the break in the second set. 2-1 Djokovic. Third match. My guess is that that'll be about 2 o'clock. It follows Laziki against Halep.
Time.
They're on at not before 12:30. So Murray Anderson about 2:30. Followed by Berdych against Gasquet. So there's the 4 women's matches. Lepchenko, Azarenka, Stosa Panetta, Kvitova, Konta all on Ash. And Laziki, Halep on Armstrong. Djokovic, a set up, 2-1 with a break.
15 love.
Oh, Novak Djokovic just moving so well, just makes it look so easy. Absolutely clinical there, that first point of the game.
To love.
Didn't miss by much. Great anticipation by Bautista.
4 to love.
There's good exchange here at the net, but once again, Djokovic in total control. So many options.
Ball to 15. Again, Djokovic.
We'll reach the hour mark of this match. Djokovic looking very, very comfortable. After a first set that,
Djokovic leads
well,
3 games to 1.
it'd be wrong to say he played badly, but took him a while to get really into his stride.
Well, to be fair, Bautista Agut really played well above his level, to be honest. Maintained that. And that was good because it really pushed Djokovic all the way.
1-3.
15 love.
Djokovic thought of stopping then. You wonder whether that half volley he played might have been long.
3 to love.
But I suspect he's sufficiently confident on his own serve at the moment that he's not going to worry too much about the odd close point on the Bautista serve.
4 to love.
Yes, and more importantly, he's already got the vital break here.
They used to say about Pete
In the second
Sampras
set.
that he, once he got the break at Wimbledon, he never tried that much hard to get a second break because he had so much confidence in his own serve.
Well, Sampras never really used to get interested till it was 3-all. And then, well, either it's 4-all, 5-all, then he was trying to break, and no problem to get to a tiebreaker because his record in tiebreaks was incredible.
Djokovic leads by 3 games to 2, second set.
So Bautista holds serve, but Djokovic still has the break. 3-2, second set. The red shirt suits him so much better than the blue one he was wearing. I quite like the blue one, but I associate him with the red shirt of Serbia because of all the Davis Cup ties he's played in it.
Well, that has to be one of his great achievements, isn't it? Winning the Davis Cup for his country.
I think that's what freed him up, actually. I mean, there were 2 things that made a massive difference to him. One is that he eliminated the gluten and the dairy from his diet, which were clearly affecting him. They don't affect everybody. Not making a statement about gluten-free diets, but clearly helped him. And winning the Davis Cup, which freed him up because he knew his country would consider the Davis Cup the biggest prize.
15 love.
And having won that 5 years ago, so relatively
December, yeah.
young age for him,
Yes.
the age of 23.
Well, he won the Australian Open at 20 and was struggling to move on from that. That got him to number 3 in the world, but he wasn't breaking into the duopoly of Nadal and Federer. He was winning the Davis Cup and then having that amazing run in the first half of 2011. That really turned him into an equal of the other two.
But his record at Australian Opens is incredible.
It is.
I mean, you know, compare that to the only one title he's won here at the US Open.
Yeah,
I know the conditions are different.
He's underperformed here, hasn't he?
Well, I think so. I mean, you can say he's a little bit unlucky sometimes. He's missed some very close matches.
Yes.
But you would expect him playing on his favourite surface, hard court, to have won this possibly 2-3 times.
So why don't you think he's won it? Is it the city? Is it differences in the court? Is it the time of year when maybe he's getting a bit tired?
Well, I think where it's situated, absolutely right. You know, the last slam of the year makes a massive difference, particularly the amount of matches he plays, because generally he's always contesting semis or final every single tournament he plays. And also the conditions here are a little bit quicker. Normally the court plays a little bit quicker.
And lower bouncing than in Australia.
Yeah, and the ball, it flies through the air a little bit quicker too, because it's a lighter ball, the Wilson ball they use.
Well, they use Wilson in Australia, but you're saying it's a different ball.
It is, and also it fluffs up
more
in Australia. Yeah. So it's playing a much slower, and the court surface, as we know, although they quickened up a little bit this year, it's been incredibly slow.
It's not a faultless display by Djokovic. He's making a few errors, but he's doing what champions do, and that's winning the points that really matter. I know you were worried in the first set, Nick, that Djokovic was playing far too much to the Bautista forehand.
Well, I think he was. I mean, this is a good example here where he just came in straight in the slot. I mean, but Bautista didn't even have to move for that shot, so Djokovic gave him no real chance to be able to cover the net.
Yes, Djokovic furious. I mean, that was a terrible forehand. He had virtually every option available, and he goes and puts it almost down the middle.
Yep, absolutely right in the hitting zone once again. Lucky to get away with that point.
And that's why he was so angry. That's just fantastic tennis. He's really having to whip himself up here.
Yeah, he's just signed this last couple of games. He's just dropped his focus and intensity a little bit, so he's just trying to psych himself up, and that was absolutely exquisite stop volley right there, because that wasn't easy, because he wasn't near the net.
Just a 2-4, second set.
Love 15.
Yeah, it's shots like that he doesn't normally miss. There's a few of those going awry tonight.
Well, he's got the best double-hander in the world, isn't he? Like you say, normally he just threads that like the eye of a needle down the line.
Out. 15-13.
There's the relentless accuracy. And then you can inject the pace. Not just the pace, look where the ball landed. Last 10 centimetres of the court. This was the big forehand.
Yeah, Djokovic just working his man side to side here, but Bautista a good, unbelievable defence just to be able to stay in the rally here.
Bolton.
Good hitting from the Spaniard. We're comparing him with Djokovic, who's the best baseline rallier in the world. And I put him now well ahead of Nadal. That's a very good serve.
Advantage, Bautista Agut. Deuce. Let second service. Advantage, Bautista Agut.
If he wasn't a perfectionist, he wouldn't have got to this level.
Deuce. Let first service.
Jelena Djokovic talking to Boris.
Advantage, Bautista Agut.
Djokovic just like struggling here, just lost a little bit of his rhythm, especially on the return of serve.
Bautista Agut.
That was a really crucial game for Bautista. Double break and he'd been well out of this set. Chances are still he'll lose it because Djokovic has the break, but he's at least still in there. 4-3.
By 1 set to long. New balls, please.
Just created a very special atmosphere here. It's not to everybody's taste. Traditional tennis fans, I think, struggle a lot with this techno music, but nothing can stay standing. Everything has to evolve.
It's unique, isn't it, US Open, especially the night matches.
Reflects the character of the city, just as the Australian Open reflects Melbourne, and Paris, French Open and Wimbledon reflects Paris and London. Or play to stereotypes, whether they really reflect is another matter. Djokovic 4-3.
Fifteen long. Fifteen on. Go to 15.
So that's supposed to be a safety shot. This is not the Djokovic that we're used to. He's slightly off the pace today. The chances are he'll get through it. But you know, he had break points in the last game for a double break. He's now 4-3, 30 all. The set's not over yet. And then he goes and puts in a serve like that.
Well, we're so used to him being so clinical and ruthless out on the court. Just dropped his level, certainly in the second set. once again, for me, he paid the price of coming in on the Spaniard's forehand, which is best shot. Once you're playing a half volley, chances of winning the point are in favour of your opponent here, and all the time in the world just to slide that one down the line.
Now second serve for Bautista. Djokovic living a little dangerously at the moment. That's too good.
Advantage, Djokovic.
Well, this is a great shot, a little bit below the height of the net, and he just elected to play that little drop shot. Great disguise, great feel.
Third point for 5-3. Metronomic, a bit hypnotic at times.
Deuce.
Well, the Spaniard brought up on clay courts all his life. Knows how to put the ball in the court.
Missed it.
Advantage, Bautista Agut.
He's yet to be broken in this match. And this very, very good Sunday night crowd senses they could have a contest here. Bautista Agut having had the 2 break points in the first set. Djokovic couldn't get away from the forehand, and we're all square.
Well, a tremendous return set this point up, and then from then on in it was a Spaniard in the ascendance, and look at that, an absolute ripper forehand inside out.
Djokovic slipped slightly as he went for that one. So what often happens when a player has points for a double break, if they don't take them, their opponent can come back. I didn't expect it though, I have to say. But Bautista is playing a very, very good set here. 4-all. Again, Djokovic playing to the forehand.
Fifteen long. Thank you.
Interesting. Djokovic absolutely rigorous about going to the backhand. Then he puts one down the middle. Bautista Agut dances around its backhand and hits an unassailable forehand.
So great footwork once again, and just unleashing that wrist snap here. Look at the racket speed going through the ball, accelerating, and Djokovic unable to respond.
Ball to love.
She picked that up from Arantxa Sanchez Vicario. Remember how she used to sort of call lines before the...
Well, they're playing on clay courts, it's just automatic. They're going points where the mark is and ring it.
He's ringing a mark on a hard court here.
Ball to 15.
That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Not just the execution, but the thought. I don't think any of us expected a lot from Djokovic there.
Well, amazing approach shot. How Djokovic got to that, I don't believe, but he was on his way for this one. Thought he was going to hit the pass and just flick that one over the top. That is a tough shot to play, especially on the move.
People call him mechanical, a bit lacking in flair. That's just natural creative excellence.
See what, there's nothing mechanical about that shot, because
No.
you've got to have unbelievable feel on the ball.
It's the forehand again.
Bautista Agut.
What is Djokovic doing, going so often to this weapon that is working so well? 3 excellent games by Bautista. And in a moment, it'll be Djokovic, who seemed to have this set wrapped up, serving at 4-5 to stay in it.
Djokovic.
3 games in a row, giving himself a lifeline in this match. I just thought, no, but Djokovic was going to grab the scruff of the neck, led 4-2, points for 5-2. Total control. And he finds himself coming out the break, serving to state in the second set.
So a bit of pressure on Djokovic now. 4-5.
Players are ready, thank you.
He dares to go to the forehand on the big first serve because he can get the angle on it. It's pushing Bautista Agut wide to his forehand side, so it's less effective as a weapon. Uncertainty about that slice. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the slice as a shot in that situation, but it was like he didn't trust himself to get to the backhand.
Well, he's missed a couple of slices now. For me, he's actually playing too many slices. I don't understand why, because normally he's double-handed, it's just such a big weapon.
The errors are coming from the Djokovic racket at the moment.
15-13.
What a good set he's playing, but Djokovic is wobbling. I don't believe Bautista Agut can keep this up for another 3 sets or 2.5 sets, but he's keeping it up at the moment, and he's 2 points away from a set that looked for all the world to be Djokovic's.
30 off.
What a great return. And now, Roberto Bautista Agut has set point.
Thank you.
Djokovic yet to drop a set at this US Open. He's 10 out of 10 so far, but set point for his opponent.
Second set.
What a very good set from Roberto Bautista Agut. 4 games on the run. Starting from a position where Djokovic had points for a double break.
1 set on.
He had the weapons to hurt Djokovic. This forehand is really doing some damage.
Absolutely. Well, you have to say, at the moment, he is much stronger from the baseline. You know, Djokovic has dropped his length a little bit. Bautista Agut is really in the ascendance, and he is the one that's looking to really hurt Djokovic, particularly on that forehand side.
Sit quickly, please. Thank you.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if Djokovic does anything different. That was the act of anger that earned Djokovic a warning. It's unlike him. We know he's a warrior. We know he's very passionate. Doesn't normally do that. What's Djokovic doing? Playing that ball up the middle, half length.
15 long.
Well, another good example of decision making there. It's gone a little bit haywire, and Boris Becker quite rightly look a little bit concerned.
Gebhard Filgrich sitting next to him, who's the physical trainer. The fitness trainer. He's got the physical. Milan Armanovic is the physio. One looks after fitness, the other one looks after physical health. I thought they were the same thing, but obviously not.
Well, you know, these top players have got so many people in their team.
Yes.
Doing different things. It's tough to keep track.
wonder at what stage Djokovic says to himself, okay, this guy goes on playing like this, he deserves to win, but I just don't believe he can.
No, I think, you know, there's still obviously a lot of frustration out there with Novak. You can see that just the way he's gone about that last game. A couple of loose returns. Very rarely gives a free point at all on the return of serve. So he needs to regroup quickly here, beginning his third set.
He's lost the last 5 games.
And the Spaniard's confidence is just growing in every minute. It's the first time, remember, he's actually taken a set off Novak Djokovic in 3 meetings.
This is a big game for Djokovic. Love 1, third set. It's almost like Djokovic can't make the mental adjustment.
Love 15.
He's going for the backhand a certain amount, but he's still very, very happy to go to the forehand in shots which are setting Bautista up for winners. Can't go exclusively to one side, you have to mix it up a little bit.
It's really fascinating to see, because Novak Djokovic in the first set, although he's playing against the Spaniard's forehand quite a bit, was actually using the angles more to try and take the guy out of position. At the moment, he's playing too straight up and down the court. It's playing right into his opponent's hands.
What interests me here is that it's a challenge for Djokovic to actually break up his regular patterns of play. He's obviously much more comfortable hitting the forehand across court than down the line, but when you're engaged in a cross court rally, you need to actually go up the line a couple of times. For the first time he gets a proper angle. Having opened up the court, didn't get the angle on the backhand. Let Bautista back in it.
Yeah, absolutely. He had a real opportunity, because he'd had Bautista off the court on the forehand side, played the short angle on the backhand. There's no way he's going to lose that point, and he let his opponent back in, managed to get away with that one, living dangerously here at this moment.
Yes, when he's playing the cross-court backhand and Bautista can run around the backhand and play a forehand, that's a sign that he's just not finding the angle. I love 30 to 40-30. I can't help feeling this is a phase of the match which Djokovic will come through, but until he does, he can't be sure. That's a very good catch by that young man. It was almost like
so casual.
very casual, and the line judge putting his arm out is almost like saying, "Take a bow, sir. Take a bow."
Exactly. I think he'll be invited back to centre court.
He might be. Might be, yeah. It's the first bad shot from Bautista since he started that run of 5 games.
Djokovic.
Well, interesting that Djokovic went in really without the right shot because he wanted to try something different.
Yes, there was no real conviction there on the first volley. And the second volley, you have to say, was a little woeful. Really going through a rough patch right here.
Advantage, Djokovic.
I think if he holds serve here, we might hear one of his guttural roars. That's a long way beyond the service line.
And that's the shot is what's worrying really for me, is because his double-hander is normally so reliable. He makes that every single time, and it's really misfiring at the moment. Every time he's pushed that wide on the open stance backhand.
Always missed it. So that's off for Djokovic. I still get a sense that if Djokovic can come through this patch, he could really open up. And we had this with Federer at his peak, to a certain extent. Nadal as well. He played well against him for a set and a half, and suddenly, when he gets it all together, it's like unleashing the floodgates, opening the floodgates. Djokovic holding, that's a big game for him. There wasn't the roar at the end.
Third set.
But I think that was a very important game for him.
So he was absolutely right to stop the rot.
Bautista 1-all, third set.
Love 15. Mr. Djokovic has challenged the call at the right baseline. The ball's called in.
Well, he stopped straight away. I'll be very surprised if Djokovic was wrong on this one. And signs there that maybe the purple patch of Bautista Agut is wearing thin.
Call is a return. Love 30. Mr. Djokovic is on the court at the left false line. The ball's called out.
If he's right on this one, I think that'll be given as a clean winner. Don't think Bautista Agut was anywhere near that one, and therefore Carlos Bernardes will have to give it as a winner rather than ask for the point to be replayed. He does not have that decision to make.
15-13.
Brilliant tennis.
Well, it's a sudden injection of pace from the Spaniards causing Djokovic the problem, and he's picking the right ball to be able to do that.
Max Philander described it as an old-fashioned forehand. I know what he means by it, but he has the versatility to inject pace or just to stroke it into the place he wants to go. Called long.
14-13.
And again, a change-up from the Spaniard.
That was a really good volley because it wasn't easy coming in. Took that first volley back on the service line. He got the perfect length on it. So Djokovic, the only shot he had was a topspin lob.
He's playing smart tennis, Bautista. That's such a good point. He's got 30 down in that game. 4 points on the run. This is a contest I had not expected, and it is fascinating. Well, as soon as he comes through this, Djokovic will be match tougher for the experience, but at a set and 4-2, he probably didn't think that he'd have anything like this kind of competition. Winner of this plays Feliciano Lopez, and that'll be a very different match. Lopez with his slicing and his serving and volleying.
Thank you.
And the left-hander serve. Djokovic 1-2, third set.
Fifteen long. Total on.
It's moments like this I wonder whether the pace of the court does actually make a difference for Djokovic, because they say this is actually a quicker court than Wimbledon. I know it keeps lower, but it shoots through more quickly. I think the slice is more effective on grass, but when you hit a flat shot, I think it shoots through as quickly as it does on a grass court.
It skids through a little bit more. And the last two shots are a good example of that. So again, Djokovic just struggling on his timing.
1-2, 30 all. It's been least effective when pushed wide as Bautista.
And that's what Djokovic did well in the first set, although he's playing the forehand quite a lot. He's using that short angle to try and take the guy off the court, and obviously from that position it's tough to be able to hit that winner down the line. He was unable to do that in the second set.
Bautista Agut is on the court.
Well, it's been challenged.
The line, the ball's called in.
And again, I think if this is in, Carlos Bernardes will have no option but to give it as a winner. Yeah.
All stands.
And there was no call, so
Game Djokovic.
that was an easy decision. And Djokovic holds for 2-all.
2 games all. Third set. Mr. Bautista Agut has 2 challenges remaining.
Bautista 2-all. Third set.
Love 15.
Just a bit more penetration on the Djokovic strokes now.
15, third set.
Yes, I thought when we reached the 2-hour mark we'd be nearing the end of the match.
The ball's called out.
1 set all, 2 games all.
Stands second set.
As Bautista Agut going to challenge that one. If he's wrong, he's no challenges left, and it's still only 2 games all. Well, it'll be 3-2 if he's wrong. When Carlos Bautista Agut is out of challenges.
Mr. Bautista Agut has no challenges remaining.
He's going to have to trust the line judges now.
Thank you, please.
Still break point. And Djokovic has broken.
Djokovic leads by 3 games to 2.
Could that be the game that settles the top seed? He leads by 3 games to 2 in the third set. It was interesting on that second break point, Nick, that Djokovic went almost exclusively for the backhand.
Yeah, absolutely. Just really looking to look for the short ball to attack and put the Spaniard under pressure. It's enough to draw the error and secure the vital break early on in his third set. Both players just taking on a little bit of fuel, change of ends. It's amazing how most of the players now use this liquid gel rather than the traditional banana.
So what's it got in it?
I guess glucose, and it just absorbs, I guess, quicker into the system, you know? So they feel turbocharged. Maybe that's what we need.
So it's a banana. Oh, I don't know. No turbocharged with that. So it's a banana that doesn't take half an hour to kick in.
Time.
Yes, I guess.
Djokovic with the break, 3-2, third set. Why does he keep going to the forehand?
I don't know, but I mean, he was lucky there because that was just a crazy shot to play from way back behind the baseline, a drop shot from so far back.
I think he's unsettled a bit, is Bautista. I mean, that was a silly challenge to lose his final one. And little errors starting to come from the Spaniard's racket now that weren't coming, well, since he was 2-4 down in the second set. Well, there you go. That sums up Djokovic's night. He's played well, but nowhere near as well as he normally does.
Well, he certainly hasn't got his A game out here tonight. Just another frustrating mistake at the net.
Ball 10-15.
That's got to be a standard serve now, hasn't it? Flat one to the backhand.
Either that or just, the one into the body to jam him up. So it means allows you the first strike in the rally to dictate.
Again, Djokovic. New balls, please.
This is where you realise that Bautista Agut is not just playing the man, he's playing the reputation as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge ask to try and defeat Novak Djokovic over 5 sets. You've got to keep the level that we're talking about for so long, and it's quite obvious now the Spaniard level has dropped dramatically to what it was to the end of that second set.
He was 2-4 down in the second set, Bautista Agut, and he won 5 games on the run.
15 all.
Well, just signs once again, Novak Djokovic really finding his form and range again. Just drilling this double hand across court. Spaniard beaten for pace.
$15-30. Had enough kick on it.
13.
They made the mistake, but I felt that was tactically a much better point from Djokovic.
Yeah.
14-13.
Oh, much better length. He was much more proactive in that rally.
Well, it's an interesting stage of the match. Think of what happened in the second set.
Bautista.
Well, Djokovic remains a break up. And that was an important game for Bautista to win.
Djokovic leads 4 games to 3.
It's 4-3
1-0
in the third set. He's done that a couple of times, just put a towel up to his head. I mean, there's talk about this cold has been going around the locker rooms. I don't know. He doesn't look ill, but looks like it's taking more out of him.
Well, a little food for thought, I think, on a change of ends from his perspective. But one area of his game, Chris, is really, for me, tonight, is the way he's returned. You know, he's made a lot of mistakes on return and hasn't really been so effective on the second serve return, which is normally lethal. He's been quite passive.
He's the best returner of his era.
Exactly.
I mean, he's really in the class of Agassi and Connors.
And you know, he's given away a lot of free punches. He's not really taking advantage of the Spaniard's second serve, which, to be honest, is not a big second serve. And so you can see, just slightly off his game.
I mean, he could be thinking to himself, look, I'm not playing my best. I'm still just about ahead. The idea is to come through this, not to make it look like it's a 6-1, 6-1, 6-1.
Thank you.
This is an important game for Djokovic. This is where he got broken in the second set. 4-3 he leads with a break.
15 all.
Well, Bautista is trying to say, it's long, but I can't challenge. Well, no, you can't. You have 3, which some people think is too many. original idea was 2. Now the norm is 3, and he's used them all up.
Total.
Oh, that's the backhand working at its best there, just changing the direction of the ball. Tough shot to be able to do that, but he does it with such good effect.
Game, Djokovic.
Love game for Djokovic.
Djokovic leads by 5 games at third set.
Do you think Roger Federer will take any comfort from this? I mean, assuming that Federer plays Djokovic in the final? I think he would.
I think anybody is going to take comfort from this. You know, you see him really struggling for a set and a half to actually find his A game, having started off this match so well. And that's going to give his opponents a little bit of confidence moving forward in this tournament.
I can also see Lopez doing a bit of damage to Djokovic. Whether he believes he can beat him is another matter, but his sliced approaches and serving and volleying. The attempt to come to the net didn't help Djokovic.
15 all.
Yes, once again coming in on the cross-court forehand and gives his opponent way too much time to be able to hit a tough shot. Trying to play the stop volley from back there cross-court. The chances of winning that are pretty limited.
Phenomenal hitting. And when we talk about the tactical aspect, wouldn't Djokovic love to win the set here? Start the fourth on his own serve. 3-5, 30 all. So clever by the Spaniard. Djokovic is irritated with himself, but to drop the ball at his feet like that So clever.
Well, amazing. Great feel on the ball, and once again, he's really good at absorbing the pace coming at him. He uses the pace on the ball with great effect.
A much better approach from Djokovic.
Advantage, Bautista.
He is keeping up a very high level. In a moment, Djokovic will serve for a 2-1 lead, but it's no formality. 5-4. Doesn't look happy, does he?
Well, you get frustrated. He had a chance there at 30-all, didn't he, when he came in and just kind of missed that half volley. But you have to give credit to Bautista Agut there, what he did with the ball to put Djokovic under pressure.
Look at those eyes. There's some serious intent in those eyes.
Well, penny for his thoughts right there. See what he's thinking about.
He's one of the best players I know of letting something go. When he has a bad defeat, he feels pretty rotten that evening. And the next day or two, a couple of days later, he's back on the practice court and it's gone. Whereas, you know, there's some players, if they have a bad defeat, it may take them a couple of tournaments to really get it out of their system. I believe Federer lost the Wimbledon final in 2008, partly as a result of the hammering he took against Nadal in the French Open final.
Yes.
4 weeks earlier. When you lose, you know, was it 1-3 and love?
Yeah.
Won just 4 games. That has an effect, and he hadn't got that out of his system. Whereas I think Djokovic gets these out of his system very quickly.
Thank you.
Djokovic serving for a 2-1 lead.
Fault.
You can see from Djokovic's body language, he was committed to the forehand going down the line.
Well, he decided to come in, but look how short this approach shot was. I mean, that was halfway up the court. It doesn't allow him time to be able to close the net right in the hitting zone of his opponent. Poor decision there from the Serb.
30-15.
Now, I like the fact that he's willing to come in to throw down the gauntlet to his opponent. It's just that when you're not playing that well, you decide to come in and then you hit a 3/4 length ball, which makes you very vulnerable.
But it also depends where you come into.
Yes, it does.
You know, and his choices tonight have not been great.
No. And he's had 2 fluffed forehand returns from Bautista. And these are set points.
Djokovic.
interesting. He served all three to the forehand. I wonder whether that's starting to break down now. Djokovic leads by 2 games. 2 sets to 1. And the big scientific experiment is whether Djokovic is going to be more effective in a white shirt than a red one.
Time. Four sets. Bautista wins 2 sets. Thank you.
Well, we've played 2 hours 25 minutes so far. 3 tight sets.
Players are ready. Thank you. Thank you. Love 15.
Now with that forehand just looking a little bit fragile at the moment, it could be that the slice shot, there's a slice forehand there from Djokovic. It might be one to try a bit more often.
Love 30. Love Porter.
Well, a real sloppy game here from the Spaniard. To say 3 unforced errors.
Quickly.
And he's facing 3 break points.
Game Djokovic.
He gets the 2 defensive ones back, and then when he has a backhand in his own hitting zone, Bautista Agut misses it, and Djokovic breaks to love. And this may be the end of Bautista's resistance. Which at 10 to 10 with the women's match still to come. May not be a bad thing for the organisers.
Yes, the women's match normally first on the evening session.
Well, the women have fought hard not to have to be the warm-up act, if you like, to the men's match. And so sometimes the men get on first, but if you get a long men's match, then the women end up playing in front of only a few thousand spectators. So it doesn't always help the women to have fought that particular battle. Djokovic 1-love, 4th set.
Well, that's a clever shot. Good example that he's got his radar back up and working. Novak Djokovic hasn't used too many of those angles since the first set.
15 all.
Give it a wrong footing.
30-15.
His spirit looks broken. Nicely played. Had a bit of the air of the reckless, nothing to lose about him.
40-30. Djokovic.
Well, very positive point for Novak Djokovic there.
Djokovic leads by 2 games.
Once again, just backing up the break of serve he had in that first game of this fourth set. A real vital game right now for the Spaniard. You just feel he has to win this game to have any chance to be able to give himself a lifeline in this match.
And Djokovic will be aware of that. He'll be looking for a double break here. Well, he's missed it, but so much more purposeful than Djokovic. Remember, Nick, at the early in the second set we were talking about comparisons with Pete Sampras. He's got the break, he can relax a little bit. Well, he couldn't relax, or if he did, he was punished for it. And Bautista's not going away.
Well, that's a really good response in this game from Bautista. I feel like he's been around forever. He's 27 years old, looks a lot younger than that.
Game Bautista Agut. Djokovic leads by 2 games to 1 for sets, and the 2 sets to 1.
Well, it's an important game for the Spaniard, but he's still a breakdown. 2-1 Djokovic leads in the fourth. Thoughts on Djokovic against Feliciano Lopez?
I think Lopez can cause him a bit of damage, you know. particularly like we were saying about the conditions here. I think the court's playing a little bit quicker than it was last year with the balls. The way Lopez is playing, I mean, he's got a lot of confidence. He beat Rafael Nadal in Cincinnati. You know, Novak really is not on the top of his game. He is going to be looking, particularly if he gets through this match, to actually really elevate his game for the next round, because otherwise he's going to have a few problems. You know, he will not be happy with his performance, that's for sure, tonight.
No, he won't.
You know?
But then surely you expect one bad one. I mean, Boris will know that as well. There are days when things don't quite work out for you.
Yeah.
You've still got to try and...
I think the frustrating for him, for Novak, he started off hitting the ball really well in the first set. He was moving great. He was, you know, although it was quite tight, you always felt he was in the ascendancy. He had the match under control, and that kind of went away from him in the second set, and that was a worrying thing, because actually then he actually really kind of went back into his shell, and uncharacteristically for him started to make quite a few unforced errors.
Thank you. Please already.
Djokovic 2-1.
Fifteen long.
Well, I don't understand the approach shot.
I mean, you just have to say he's not thinking what he's doing, because I mean, once again, coming in on his opponent's strength. He's been burnt so many times off that side.
And he has such a natural into-out forehand, which would have been the obvious one. He left his forehand wing open, but couldn't have seen Bautista really finding that down the line backhand. Amazing hitting. Genuinely amazing. The time that each man had to react.
15-13.
Fractions of seconds.
But you can see the court position, you know, Bautista trying to keep that court position right up on the baseline. So as soon as that ball drops short, he's onto it and gives Djokovic no time to react.
Thank you.
15-30. Gosh, Bautista's footwork is good.
15-14.
But once again, he's getting his just rewards, because he is bullying the world number one off the court. He is forcing him back further and further behind the baseline. Tough for Djokovic to defend from that far back.
Thank you.
15-40. Djokovic taking the risk of going to the forehand. Got away with that one because it was well enough angled. Second break point. It's a remarkable forehand, but you again have to wonder what's Djokovic doing going to it. It was a great serve. And this is the one.
He's in total ascendance to the point once again. He could have gone back behind, inside out, like you're saying, Chris. Went to the forehand, paid the penalty. I mean, how many times does he have to do that to understand that that's the wrong shot? He's getting himself all sorts of trouble out here tonight.
I know it's easy for us to say this. We're watching from the comfort of the commentary box and we can pontificate on what's happening, but I'm just amazed that someone like Djokovic, who's been by far the most consistent player of the last 5 years in men's tennis, that he is not seeing this. But you also have to take your hat off to this man. He is playing a remarkably good match. You think they've played each other twice before and he'd never won a set. It's not as if his game and Djokovic's match up well. But he's playing a really outstanding match.
And coming into this event, Bautista hadn't really won that many matches on hard court. You know, lost second round both in Montreal and Cincinnati.
Well, he's peaked at the right time.
30-15.
He's clearly come into this match with a game plan. But he's not scared to vary it a little bit. An occasional come into the net or a slice backhand.
Well, that's clever play from Novak there, just electing that time to get the ball a little bit more airtime, a little bit more spin, changing the ball flight.
Yes, he's given the Spaniard a lot of rhythm. I just wonder whether he should break it up a little bit. Easier said than done. 2-30 all, fourth set. Well, it worked for him earlier, but that was a poor lob by Djokovic. Again, credits to Bautista for that ghosting into the net, really.
Well, once again, what's been most impressive when he has come forward, Chris, he's not been trying to do too much with the volley. His main goal is to try and get that volley deep and give Djokovic no option on the pass.
Persons.
Some remarkable defending going on. The masseurs and physios will be earning their keep at the end of this one. There'll be some tired joints. 2 3/4 hours they've played. Oh, has he made it? He has.
Advantage Djokovic.
Well, this was an incredible, look at that position. He nearly did the splits once again. We've seen it so often when he's pushed that wide on the double hand, able to get in that position. Unbelievable defense.
Break point.
First service. Djokovic. New balls, please.
He wants to be appreciated. This is a crowd that gave him such a hard time 7 years ago. And he's basically saying to them, come on, you're seeing some great stuff here. And they are. It was a risk. The first volley was an odd one. The second was sheer class.
The amazing reflex, dynamism at the net there, and at the end of the day, skill, full stretch on the backhand volley, and that was purely sensational to secure the break.
We haven't seen a replay of it, have we? It's a shame. Boris is stretching his back. There's the two physios to his right. Milan Armanovic without the cap, and Gebhard Filgrich with. Milan Armanovic has been with Djokovic for several years now. Checking with Carlos Bernardes when the new balls are coming. It's very determined, but to me he looks like a man at peace. He's married now, he's got a son.
Yes, absolutely.
He's very determined to keep his place at the top of world tennis, but he just looks like somebody who, for all his fighting qualities, is at peace with the world.
Well, I think his private life's actually given him more motivation to achieve more in his professional life.
I think you might be right. Djokovic 3-2, 3 breaks in 5 games. Well, this time we did go to the backhand, but it's interesting how Bautista Agut read it.
15 long.
All of a sudden, world number one has got a spring in his step once again.
Left. First service. Djokovic.
Well, he's led 4-2 in the last 3 sets. 1-1
Got himself set beautifully and just unleashed that one down the line.
Thank you.
Bautista 2-4, 4th set. That's better tactics. And Yelena has a smile on her face.
Well, once again, great touch. Look at this execution there. Good use of the racket underneath, imparting the backspin on the ball for that drop shot.
Love 13.
Well, these last couple of games have become the shape of the match that I was expecting.
Yeah, well, he's elevated his game. And that last return, that's the kind of return we're normally used to him on the second serve, attacking the ball like that.
Love 14.
It's all clicking now for Djokovic.
Thank you. Again, Djokovic.
A second break to love. It's the first time in this match that he's got 2 breaks in a set. Or been 2 breaks up in a set, I should say. And he's now just 1 game away from a place in the quarterfinals. Well, it threatened to be a thriller, didn't it?
Well, the crowd have had the money's worth, because I mean, some real high quality tennis out here.
Definitely.
You know, from both players.
I just hope a few of them stay for the women's match. I fear that Mladenovic and Makarova will play in front of just a couple of thousand people. But we will see.
Well, the Djokovic camp are all smiles now, because they know their man is just 1 game away from winning this match.
Time. Sit quickly, please. Thank you. Thank you. Players are ready. Thank you.
Djokovic serving for the match. 5-2, 4th set.
Thank you. Love 15.
Just listening to the to the television commentary of the world feed. It's commentary that goes out with all pictures from the US Open. Most TV companies choose not to take it, or just to use it as background information. She's more relaxed now. She's seeing herself on the screen. He's irritated with himself because of his pride. He got to this. Not a great drop shot from Djokovic.
No, but he had that, and he had it controlled. He knew exactly where he was going to go and just hit the top of the tape there.
Yes, the aces haven't played a massive role in this match. It's the forehands that have, especially the one from Roberto Bautista Agut. Double fault. Might I get to 3 hours? You never know. He showed very little emotion throughout this match. That's the kind of guy he is. Yes, that caught the line.
Advantage, Bautista Agut. Please.
Terrible shot. Well, good job he's got the double break.
Djokovic leads by 5 games to 3.
So it's not over yet. Bautista, 3-5. Oh, that's gorgeous. What amazing hands.
Well, this is an incredible pickup here. Perfect approach shot is coming. Novak knows he's coming in. Unbelievable double-handed. But what about that for a little half volley back behind his opponent? Incredible control of the racket head there on the ball. Knew exactly where he was going with it.
Yes, Djokovic moved too early. But this is great tennis.
Go to London.
I had so many options here.
Thank you.
Played the stop volley, but it wasn't good enough.
It's a bit like Federer, charging in
13-15.
to attack the second serve.
Yep.
That's a poor serve.
30 all.
That's a pretty low double faults count, 2 per person for this stage of the match. 3 hours and 1 minute. And they haven't served softly. Brilliant pick-up from Djokovic. It's not been vintage, but there have been signs, especially in the 4th set, of his superb movement and what he can do with a tennis racket once he gets to the ball. It's a match point.
Thank you.
Djokovic moves through.